Hi there, it's me, the re-reviewer. Well, I got another really great series for you today. See, Steven Spielberg released this little gem back in 1993, and, well, seeing as how it's being re-released in theaters this next week... Hello? What do you mean I already reviewed 4 Steven Spielberg movies? What am I supposed to do? I still want to do Jurassic... No! What do you get when you take a tired plot, kidnapping, stupid protagonist, poor writing, and a senile old version of a character we all love, and mix them into a blender made out of a shaky cam? Well, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it would be close to this mess of a film. Ladies and gentlemen, this little beauty was the first and thankfully only entry in the Jurassic Park series not to be directed by Steven Spielberg or based on a novel by Michael Crichton. This is one of those true Hollywood sequels. And what I mean by that is that all the execs at Universal saw the box office returns for Jurassic Park: The Lost World and thought, hey, we can still squeeze a little bit more money out of these moviegoers. So without any
What are you doing in my house?
Reviewing Jurassic Park 3.
Okay.
Want help? So it looks like we're off to a good start with any hopes of this being a good film are immediately slashed in thrice as we zoom into the island of Isla Sorna, now restricted due to it being a nature preserve. But uh-oh, looks like someone isn't following the rules! We see a man and a young boy are preparing to parasail close to the island despite the obvious danger. Is this the opening to a Jurassic Park movie or the setup to a Friday the 13th film? Alright, let me see if I can explain this to you again. I can't let you parasail here because, you know, we got a lot of dinosaurs. I hope we can understand there's a lot of dinosaurs and they get really dangerous.
This is gonna be so awesome, man! This whole island's full of dinosaurs, dude!
Yes, like I said, it's filled with dinosaurs, so I can't
I'm gonna take a bunch of pictures and some videos. It's gonna be so awesome! Woohoo!
Don't stop. Come back. Oh, shit. There goes another one. So of course things go wrong, and they end up stranded. Back on the mainland, we're introduced to 2 of our favorite characters from the first movie, Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler, played by Sam Neill and Laura Dern. Neil seems to be a dried-up, unsuccessful, bitter shell of his former self, while Laura Dern is happily married with a child and a book on the way. We see them reminisce a bit before Neil goes off driving, playing the Jurassic Park soundtrack on his radio. Oh, and say goodbye to Laura Dern while you can. If you thought you were just going to get more than a cameo out of her, I think you seriously underestimate the power of these writers.
So Neil goes back to his camp with his whiny little man child and assistant, where he's approached by Paul Kirby, played by William H. Macy. Obviously, just here for a paycheck. He claims to be a rich man with a business proposal for him. Over dinner, he explains that he and his wife, oh hi Mrs. David Duchovny, are adventure-seeking millionaires who want to get close to an island to look at dinosaurs. Neil, with the aid of a check with many zeros on it, agrees and we're off to the island. On this way we get this weird scene where Neil has a dream.
Alan!
Seriously? Was this supposed to be scary? This cartoonish muppet of a velociraptor? Were we seriously supposed to be frightened of this image?
I know, right? What?
So we pass over the island of not the same dinosaurs from the first 2 movies, as we see Macy and Leone were exactly truthful with their intentions. After Dr. Grant gets knocked out, he wakes up and finds out that they've landed with the team of professional mercenaries looking for someone.
Trouble ensues, they end up crashing the plane, giving us the grand reveal of this movie's new dino, the Spinosaurus.
Now this creature is pretty awesome. I mean, look what it can do!
Yeah, I'm sure you didn't expect this beast to come with its own earthquake, did you?
So through a shaky cam action scene...
Wait a minute, we need a fight scene. Oh yeah, we know who's gonna win this fight. Of course it's gonna be the T-Rex. Fatality.
Well, thank you. Thank you. you, director Joe Johnston, for crushing my dreams like something under the foot of a T-Rex. Who was the real loss of life in this movie? Who was the one who was truly wronged? A moment of silence for the T-Rex.
A moment of silence for our childhood.
We finally get some explanation from the Kirbys.
It turns out that they're a divorced couple.
You know what? You should probably be thankful for that, Leone.
Yeah, you should see what happened to his first wife.
Oh, jeez.
They're looking for their son, who happens to be the little boy from the opening of the movie. Alan has to come to terms with the fact that he's been bamboozled into coming to an island that he has never been on and decides to head for the coast. They come across the only returning set from the previous films and look for their son in there. As they look, they come across the lab where all the baby dinosaurs are hatched. Leone looks like she's about to kiss with one of the two babies when it jumps out at her, revealing to be a fully grown velociraptor.
Are we supposed to believe that this creature was standing perfectly still and waiting for the precise moment to jump out at her like a 80s slasher villain?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Oh, I have to sneeze so bad. Oh. Oh. It's it! Ah! Damn it!
Well, you gotta remember, man, this dinosaur is smarter than the people that are on this island.
They're chased around by the raptor, but manage to escape into the woods, becoming separated in the process. So we see Alan and one of the mercenaries get separated from the other three. The mercenary is seemingly killed off by the raptors, and then we get this scene.
You know, the more I watch this movie, the more I get the feeling it was supposed to be shot in 3D. Well, you know, with the extreme close-ups, the staging of shots, and the focus on extreme depth.
Yeah, and you would think that would be a gimmick that they would use, being the third movie in a franchise. That's a popular thing to do with things like Friday the 13th Part 3D, Jaws 3D, Amityville 3D. But I haven't found any proof on this, so moving on.
Alan Grant is surrounded by raptors when he's saved by a faceless hero with smoke bombs. Now take a wild guess who that may be. And this is another major problem with this film. Alright, you can't possibly tell me that this person, a child, survived 8 weeks on this island by himself while trained mercenaries can't last 5 minutes?
This is completely unacceptable. I mean, they don't even give us an explanation. We're just expected to accept that this kid has survived that long.
This is T-Rex P. How'd you get it?
You don't want to know.
Actually, yes! Yes, I would like to know how you got that. Give me something to work with here.
Was there a T-Rex outhouse nearby?
Oh yeah, another thing. We keep getting these pointless scenes where Macy and Leone are rekindling their romance. Wouldn't mind so much, except for the fact that I don't know much about them to begin with, and these scenes just appear at random, and don't really add anything to the story. Plus the fact that, I don't know, they kidnapped someone. It's kind of hard to care for somebody who's a criminal. So Neil and the kid venture off to find the others, and do find them with the aid of a cell phone jingle.
Alright. This scene right here pinpoints the moment that the makers of this film just stopped caring.
I mean, nothing about this scene makes sense. Not one part of it.
Why is the cell phone still working inside this creature's stomach?
Why can you hear it from inside such a large animal and so loudly?
How could the people standing behind the fence not see the Spinosaurus when we've established that it's larger than the T-Rex, and you can hear the T-Rex coming a mile away?
How come the people who were inside the fence not even hear it walking up behind them? Just... why? So they escape and we find out that Billy has a dark secret.
Dun, dun, dun.
Did you steal Raptor-X?
I have nothing. The stupidity of these characters has far surpassed any and all expectations of mine.
I need a Tylenol.
Anyway, we end up in a foggy area that seems to be...
It's a birdcage.
For what?
I just said it's a birdcage.
For what?
So the Pteranodon takes off with the kid. Even though it couldn't physically pick him up within the realms of possibility, but I stopped caring a while ago.
We see Billy buckle up on the parasail Ben left behind, and Neil, who suddenly cares about Billy again for some reason, tries to stop him.
Billy soars over to save the boy from the nest, smashing up against a wall as a result. Poor Billy then sacrifices his life to save the other characters.
So they find a boat that works, even though the years of neglect would probably have turned the gasoline into sludge, and we set off down the river. Neil and the kid talk about Billy for a little bit, and then we pass a herd of some of the dinosaurs we wish we could have seen in this movie.
Beautiful, man. Good text.
Later that night, they pass some mounds of dino dung and hear the ringing phone, having to dig through the mess to find the phone before it stops ringing.
They're discovered by a bright red dinosaur and... Wow. We just had a dinosaur do a camera take and break the fourth wall, ladies and gentlemen. Is it me, or have we just reduced the color scheme of these dinosaurs to children's toys?
Jurassic Park 3 vehicle comes with figure. Additional figures and dinos sold separately.
After arriving back on the boat, they're attacked by the Spinosaurus once again, and Neil desperately tries to remind the audience that Laura Dern is in this movie too.
Hello?
Neil manages to get rid of the beast once and for all by slightly burning it, while Macy is seemingly killed in the process.
Leave me like that! I'm not going anywhere!
Okay, honey, we need to work on our peripheral vision. First the Spinosaur and now this. It's almost like we're terrible people. We get another one of those family rebuilding scenes.
The truck driver wanted to knock my lights out.
Remember that time we went fishing? Just wanted to bring it up again. Good times.
We hear the sound of the ocean, and our heroes appear to be in the clear. Oh yeah, we still have those eggs, don't we?
The raptors surround them and demand the eggs. Neil finds our Deus Ex Machina and starts to communicate with the raptors. Wouldn't it be neat if we had subtitles here?
No. Call for help.
So the raptors are scared away by the sound of a helicopter, and our heroes are finally rescued.
You have to thank her now. She sent the Navy and the Marines.
God bless you, Ellie.
Go.
You mean to tell me that Laura Dern got the Navy and the Marines to come to the island in full military force in a few hours?
I have to admit, I didn't know she had those connections.
Oh yeah, by the way, Billy survives. Not that it really matters. So, he gives Grant his hat back, the family's reunited, and the dinos fly off into the sunset, giving us our answer to why it doesn't feel like a Jurassic Park film as we see the director. And 3 writers. That's always a good sign. Steven Spielberg!
About 20 credits back.
So that's Jurassic Park 3, and it's a mess.
The characters are idiots, the camera work is shaky, the effects were subpar, especially when compared to the first 2 movies. It's said that this movie was born out of a promise to a friend by Spielberg, and it shows.
The cinematography was good, and the jungle sets look pretty great. They just don't match too well with the look of the other 2 movies. The acting was hit and miss, with a higher emphasis on the miss part. The writing was terribly sloppy and inconsistent. Another issue was the music, as John Williams was among the many people who didn't return to the project. Composer Don Davis, probably best known for composing the music for the Matrix trilogy as well as the Animatrix, did a fairly decent job replicating Williams' style while bringing his own twist, and it's well worth a listen. Director Joe Johnston would go on to direct the recent Captain America film.
All in all, it lacks the magic that Spielberg and friends brought to the first two movies. I know a lot of people who don't seem to like The Lost World, and yes, it does have its problems, but we still have a sense of wonder and adventure that we got from Spielberg films.
With this film, they pretty much just made it safe and marketable. It was going to bring in a lot of cash, and they didn't put nearly as much effort into it as they should have, or to make it a faithful successor to this franchise. Well, Gene, I'd like to thank you for having me here today.
Get the hell out of my house.
Thanks for watching! I'll see you next time on The Re-Reviewer!